Okay, so we're going to keep going with the parameterized functions. This is the same example with the name tag, the printing the name tag, but I've added another function to this program, also called print name tag. But this one, unlike the first one that we talked about in the previous video where we just had the name coming through the door to be printed, now I've got two parameters. One is for the name, and then we have another string parameter for the company. So you see that with name tags a lot at conferences, that they have the person's name and then the company underneath the name. So that's the prototype here, and I'll take you down to the definition. Okay, once again, we have the two parameters, the name and the company. Okay, so those values are going to be coming through the door if I use this function, if I execute this function. And so it's, hello, my name is, look at the name parameter, look at the parameters, the way I'm using them in my code. It's like once they're in the door, this is how they get into the door, the name and the company, and they're in those parameters, name and company respectively. So I'm using those in my code. Okay, so that should print the name tag with the company name. All right. Okay, so main is basically the same, except I've added company data here. So I've got a couple of strings, one for then this is to absorb the input from the keyboard. Okay, so we have the attendee name and the company name, just a couple of quick little string variables to receive that data from the keyboard. So we have the prompt for the user's name using getLine because of the space, and then we're going to prompt for the company name. So we're going to say enter Dawn Patitucci's company, for example. And again, use getLine because company names often have spaces. And then finally, with the function call, okay, we have what we need in those variables, and we're going to pass those to that function. Now this is the version 2, the second version of the function, the one that I just added, the one with the two parameters. Okay. So the first function is not being used in this program as it stands right now. Now I've changed my technique here, and I'm executing that second function, the one with the two parameters. Okay, I mean the first function is still there, and I could call it if I want to, but because I'm passing two arguments, it's going to choose the function with the two parameters. The compiler is smart enough to figure that out. It's going to say, oh, she's passing me a name and a company name, so she must want to execute this version of print name tag, which has two parameters, because she's passing me two things. If I were to just do something like this and hard code a name, or just pass attendee name and no company name, again, the compiler is smart enough to figure out, oh, she passed just one thing, so she must want to execute this one and just have a hello, my name is, and no company added to that. So, all right, let's run that and we'll see if we get the name and the company. So I'll say this is me, and I'm going to a conference, maybe an education conference or something. I'm from MBCC. And there it is, the name tag with the company name underneath, so you can see. So that's yet another parameterized function, but we've got two parameters now. Okay, and this is a very specific technique that I did, parameterizing functions. But what I have here is this is called overloaded functions. I want you to know that term, overloaded functions. Okay, and we can say overloaded functions always satisfy these two criteria. They have the same name. Okay, you can see how they have the exact same name. Print name tag, exact same name, character for character. That's the first criterion. And then we have different parameter lists. Okay, so for example, this parameter list is just one thing, it's one string. Okay, this parameter list is two strings. That's different. That's all we mean. They just have to be different. So same name, different parameter list. These are called overloaded functions. Overloaded functions.